Yo, 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 yo.
Ebony. How do I sound, Ebony? I hope all is well. Do I sound good? Or do I need to put my mic in? How my audio sound? I sound Gucci, Ebony? You gotta fix it. Okay.
I don't know what's. It's like I got a everlasting retrograde when it comes into the Lucky Libra electronics. God damn. All right, I know, I'm live and in effect now. I know I'm live and in effect now. All right, how we doing, everybody? How we doing? I always feel better talking into the mic, anyways. All right, how we doing? Eebski Ebony, I hope all is well. All right. Angel's hair braiding. Finally, you caught a live. Yes, finally, you have caught one. All right, now it's time for the anointing, sister. Sister Rebel Phoenix Rose in the building. All right, guys, just like last stream, what, yesterday? Okay. I just want to get into part two. Get into part two of Mars and Virgo. All right. A little hover over what's going on leading into the weekend, guys. We're 1 week away from Cancer season, family. We 1 week away from that beautiful summer solstice. Okay, guys. So y'all know what that means. All right. The sun is about to kick it up another notch. So everything dealing with creation and birth. It's really potent soil for that right now. It's just funny seeing a lot of the activity in the air with it being a Gemini stellium. It's just so funny to me. It's just so funny to me. It's just so funny to me. Y'all got everything to say about Geminis, but everybody in their Gemini bag subconsciously don't realize how they in their Gemini bag. People talking like a motherfucker. All right. People juggling 1,000 ideas. You don't even know how to do your agenda. You don't even know how to do your daily to-do list. You just waking up. You want to climb Mount Everest. You want to go to the gym. You want to go meal prep. You want to meditate. You want to relax. You want to call off. You don't know what you do. It's all different type of things going on. And Venus right next to the sun. See, one thing they don't tell you about Venus next to the sun, all right? One thing they don't tell you about Venus next to the sun, this is a lazy ass placement right here. They don't tell you that shit neither. All right, go find the video right now of the astrologer saying that. Yeah, I know I'm gonna give y'all them ghetto hacks. All right. I'm gonna drop them ghetto gems on y'all. I just be waiting for the clearance from the powers that be, from the astro gods, to let certain ones go. Sometimes you get in trouble giving away a little bit too much. All right. I'm telling you, Ebony. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This ain't no game. All right. That Venus by the sun make that body movement a little lazy, a bit lethargic. All right. So it's easy to fall into your comfort zone when Venus is by the sun. And also take this into account into relationship activity. Because and I'm speaking from romantic relationships right now. Because when it comes into relationship activity and when it comes into love matters, some of us might be a little bit too comfortable. You ever feel like somebody doesn't give you their maximum effort in a partnership because they feel like you're always gonna be there? Put a put a one in the chat if you know what I'm saying about that right there. You feel like somebody never experienced you, not wanting to participate, pour into something, uphold something in the partnership, or they just feel like that you're always going to be reliable, dependable. So that access the sun has to Venus being right there, it could create this almost a facade where we start to, play out situations being very lackadaisical, with things dealing with love matters is because it's so close to home, so it's important to make sure that everything that is a priority with love matters, that we're taking action on it and not just letting it go over our head and feeling like we could bring understanding to things with love matters whenever we feel like it don't work like that. But shout out to everybody in the church once again. Hope everybody's having a fruitful week. All right. Hope everybody had a fruitful, abundant Jupiter day. All right. Just get into some vibes going into Venus day, picking up Mars in Taurus. All right. I believe we finished with Virgo. We went through Taurus, started with Taurus, and we finished with Virgo. So shout out to all the Libras in the building. We starting with Libras. All right. It's funny. Now that I remember, speaking of Virgo, speaking of stopping with Virgo and starting with Libra. Y'all seen that? Y'all heard about Michael Rainey Jr.? I told y'all, the mutables is mutable signs. We might have to say a little extra prayer for y'all today. Might have to say a little extra prayer for the mutable signs. All right, I told y'all mutable signs, sit y'all ass down. I done told Pisces, Virgos, Sagittarius, sit y'all ass down right now. All right. I don't even know what happened with the whole Michael Rainey Jr. situation. That's the actor that plays Tariq in Power. That first episode was good, too. That first episode, shout out to Stars. Shout out to them niggas. But he got to some shit. A girl hit him or something. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to just Google his name and it's going to come up. All I know is that he's a Virgo. But I believe he's what's the name? On the cusp, the Virgo Libra cusp, speaks out after being groped on. Okay, yeah, he was groped. I'm still in shock. And I think there was a situation with some woman touching him, and they were basically saying, if that was him, it would have been a whole nother situation. There we go. Shout out to you, the Martian Empress. All right. She touched him without consent. So, mutable signs could just get caught up in bullshit interactions right now. You get caught up in bullshit. What was I just saying about the sun actually close to Venus right now? People being comfortable with things dealing with intimate interactions with others. So how comfortable is Shorty to do whatever she did to him? You feel me? So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right now. Guys, you have to be mad conscious of what your partners are saying right now. People are so open, it's not even funny. You really should just shut up. You really should just shut up and we got a week left, y'all. The sun at this time, 7 days from now, the sun will be in Cancer. I don't even want to see it. If Ebony said with her intuitive self, with her empathic self talking about it was uncomfortable, I ain't gonna watch it either. I don't want to see it either. But with that being said, what I just said, guys, what I just opened up the live saying, Sun conjunct Venus, people mad comfortable, people just mad comfortable with things dealing with love matters, intimate things or whatnot. But anyways, when it comes to relationship activity, I promise y'all, you want to find the answers about things with certain people, just be around them right now. Let them talk. This is also a great energy to hash out things that may have been heavy coming into Gemini season. That's very likely. Once again, y'all have heard me say time and time again, Geminis ain't the ones that like to hold shit deeply. Geminis, my good sister, the sacred artist in the building. All right, the regulator in the building. So, guys, if y'all just allow people to just communicate, my sun sign is in Cancer and my Venus is in Leo. I don't know if I make sense. You excited right now. You might be a little spiritually excited, That constellation feel the sun about to gear up and get up in there first. Venus is about to touch home first, though. So Venus is about to be in Cancer first. My good sister Watkins Cat House in the building. All right. So today also, I should have mentioned this yesterday, man. I should have mentioned this yesterday for real, but You know, that moon transit in Virgo, you know, yeah, we got to get that back, Sister Watkins Cat House. We got to get a little protection spell going on right there. All right. Shout out to them Geminis, but they be having some clever hands. They be having some that. You know, we all got that cousin that be stealing, y'all. Come on now. It's the hood's pastor. Let's not act like we all don't got that one cousin. It's love, though. Don't let's not front. We all got that one cousin. All right. When that motherfucker walk in the house, everybody know to keep they niggas start tucking shit. Like Debo just came in the crib. This is your cousin. All right, you know it's family. Family got to keep shit at home though. Yeah, my cousin's a criminal, but we keep that shit. We protect that shit. All right. We rather let him thrive in his negativity here than in the pen. On my mama, like a mug, like a muggery. You hear what I'm saying, y'all? That cousin be having Gemini placements. This is bad juju right here. I'm wilding. It's Gemini season. I'm sorry, Gemini. I just had to get that one out about y'all real quick. I just had to get that one out about y'all ass. Y'all some little klepto geniuses right there. All right. Who else be stealing? The Mars placements. I'm about to snitch right now. There's a lot of air energy. I told y'all, let people talk. They start snitching. They start telling right now. There's a lot of air. Whenever we got an air stadium together, I promise y'all. All right. Tonight, we giving away the ghetto spiritual hacks. I'm telling y'all, a lot of air in the house, a lot of air in the building. They got you, ladies. You got suspicion about what your man on right now? Fellas, you got some suspicion about what your shorty on right now? You don't need to do all that extra trying to figure out they passcode. No, talk. Start conversation. How was your day? Ask some questions about life. Okay, Jupiter is in Gemini. Motherfuckers don't mind speaking about, communicating about philosophy and shit, right? Aspirations. I see myself here in 5 years. It's like, hold up. Everything my girlfriend just said where she see herself in 5 years, ain't none of that shit got to do with me. She don't even realize what the fuck she talking about right now. Where was you planning to include me in your 5-year plan? I'm telling y'all, let people talk. All right, let people talk. The Geminis be stealing. see, y'all think this stealing shit ain't just about buddy, y'all. This ain't just all buddy. They steal your partner. All right, steal your verse. Steal a couple bars from your song. Another rapper did that to another rapper. All right. Geminis are pretty much one of the most inclined placements with music. You can't be that good and not steal. You got to steal a little bit to be that good, y'all. All right. Gemini goes mutable air. They're going to pick the external. Ooh, that go good with what I was thinking. Ooh, let me mesh something up with that. Ooh, let me sample this. Ooh, let me play with that flow. Ooh, that nigga rap like that. Ooh, let me rap like that. See if they gonna catch on, or if they gonna think this is my shit. They probably just gonna say I'm flexible. That's what they always say about me. They just gonna be like, oh, that nigga flexible. No, I took this flow from another nigga. Flexible by ass. All right. I'm sorry, Gemini. Oh my God, it's bad karma. This is y'all season. I'm wilding. Lord have mercy. I have to do more ritual work to get that off my. Can't be dragging the birthdays. Happy solar return, Gemini. I love y'all. I loves y'all. All right. Toya, quotes of brilliance. Oh, can you shout out Haywood Jablowme? Hey, yo, shout out to Haywood Jablowme, man. Big blessings coming your way. Listen, God go do something for you this week. All right, God go do something for you this week. All right, so whatever he do for you, just make sure you hit me up with a little tax on the side when whatever that is. All right, because I sent that message. My oldest has a Gemini stellium. She's a good kid other than fighting. Yeah, you get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of that. One of the best homie signs to Gemini is Aries. You're 2 houses away, so you know. Gemini's one of them. Gemini's a good street soldier, man. I give Gemini that. They be down with the shits. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't really met that many soft Gemini, like Geminis that ain't ready to, you feel me, throw they shit. You should do some comedy videos, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get into some. I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna get into some Astro skits. Listen, I got some plans. Yeah, I got some plans. But anyways, guys, happy birthday to Gemini. But yeah, y'all ass be stealing. Okay, God be watching y'all. I hope y'all know. God be watching y'all. Okay, all right. Those mad niggas in y'all head. So sometimes y'all don't be. You just think your party and that's the only thing going on. No, you God see your ass, Gemini. All right, them Aries placements, the Mars placements be stealing. Aries, stop stealing. Lord have mercy. Gemini still for you, help you look for it. What, your phone? What type of phone? Is the iPhone? You sure? You sure you ain't have an Android? I ain't never seen you have an iPhone before. Okay, all right. You right. How I'm gonna tell you what type of phone you got? You right. Let me help you look for that shit. Gemini, you one charismatic brother sister. I promise you. I listen. This my South Node. I'm a trine to y'all, so y'all's my cousins. My mother's a Gemini. I came out of a Gemini vessel. Listen, I know y'all energy like the back of my hand. All right, I am y'all to a degree. You hear what I'm saying, y'all? Every sign got his light and dark side. Every sign got his light and dark charge, y'all. Oh my God, my Gemini best friend talks just like that. Boral said, "Happy birthday, which I steal." My good sister Belsky in the building. I love her. Shit, my daddy. Listen, you gotta call it what it is. My mom. Listen. Ain't nothing my mom can't get out of me. I'm the epitome of a mama's boy. But I know my mother's ways. I know my mama ways. Shit be family. Put a 2 in the chat if life just became 10 times more funnier when you got into astrology and started seeing how that shit play out in your family. Family ain't us family astrology something family. Especially if you're part of a fourth house, if your fourth house setup, you the only one into your shit, into this. You even got another sibling, another family member to joke about astrology shit with other people. Like, you see that Capricorn ass shit daddy did today? You heard what Ma just said to me on the phone? Ain't that the most Sagittarius shit you done ever heard? My mother's a Gemini sun, Scorpio moon. Once I figured out my mom's moon, it made so much sense as to why she swears my mom thinks she worked for the CIA. Like she swear anything dealing with sunlight, all right? Like her life, she want her shit 2,000% private like a mug. Okay? All right? But my mom's a cuspy Scorpio moon though. So, me and my mom got a past life history. All right, so we got the sun moon conjunction, and it's just mad funny. But she's blending more on the Scorpio side. But y'all Scorpio moons, swear y'all on investigation time and 24/7. Everything is incognito about y'all ass. Scorpio moons, moon in the 8th house ass placements. This is hidden for real. All right. And then the crazy thing about it, my mom got Mars Leo, so that's where shit get crazy because she got a Leo placement. So when you got them combinations of Scorpio Leo placements, you got people that be doing extreme things on the dance floor, on the stage when they express themselves at times, be extreme as hell. So my mom want to be incognito as hell, but she loved to dance. How the hell that work? So this is why people be wishy-washy, y'all. This is why we be confused at times. Is the squares and the opposites, y'all. It's been a while. I'm just flowing before we get into the Mars. Just we got to get a little bit more spirit, our spiritual connection back in the building a little bit, y'all. All right, y'all know how we warm up the church, okay? So when you start getting into them squares and opposites, this is why your ass wishy-washy. This is why you be confused in life. This is what it is right here. Okay, comfort zone over here, passion is over here. You got to figure out how to make it work. All right, it's what we're here to do. We go. If you got, listen, all my sun opposite moons. If there's any sun opposite moons, sun square moons in the building right now, put a 6 moon in Virgo. Put a 6 in the chat. If the sun is opposing the moon thing, or if the moon is squaring the sun thing, all right, put a 2 in the chat. Excuse me, a 6. Shout out to them Virgo moons too. Moon in Virgo. Okay, we got Carlos Trim. All right. All right. All right. Go ahead and flow, Pastor. All right now, sister. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, sister. You just confirming it for a brother. That's all you doing, sister. Doing Lord's work. All right. Good sister Ebony. Moon square sun. All right. Bring it on. Where you at? Denis, I be trying and moon trying. Oh damn, sister, you just gonna stun on us like that, sister? This wasn't this time the comment wasn't for your alignment. You just wanted to stun on us, huh? You just wanted to shine a little bit on the people having it hard, huh, good sister? With your little gifted self. All right, so shout out to everybody that got the sun opposite moon square sun. This is what it is, y'all. That's why sometimes we wake up on Monday on this time, and then Tuesday we wake up on that timing. That's why we be passionate about the debate sometimes, and while we in the debate, we realize we ain't making no goddamn sense. He was like, what was my original starting point here? How do we get here? I don't even know how I got here. I just know I'm passionate about this right now. You might have placement in passion, and that shit is clashing with something in intellect, like a mug. All right, you got a passionate brother that just thoughts be clashing all over the place. You don't know how to stabilize, articulate, none of them motherfuckers. Okay, so we gotta get them squares and ops together, y'all. And this is why this little portion of the week, I should have mentioned this yesterday. All right, somebody close to home in my camp got into a car accident. All right, but thank God they're good, but it was a little ugly one, and we already know Gemini has a lot to do with movement, and this square to Virgo. I don't know how I didn't mention this yesterday, but you know, whenever we dealing with that moon and Virgo transit while we're in Gemini season, especially when we got a stellium going on with Gemini, especially when this part of the stellium is Mercury, and Mercury fast ass don't know how to sit down, especially on a Gemini. Got Mercury and Gemini in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat. Sit your ass down. You know how I sit down sometimes. Anyways, I don't blame you. If this is running 24/7, sometimes the body got to follow it up. But and then Jupiter in Gemini. So y'all got to keep in mind, Jupiter is extreme. Like Jupiter has an extreme temperament. It has an extreme temperament. Okay, so things dealing with movement, getting from point A to B. If the moon is in Virgo, and we have to have a sense of structure under this alignment. We have to be way more tedious with our agenda, and we got to make sure, you know, we're doing things in the most practical way, and we're placing things, refining things with regiment, right? If that's not going on, texting while you driving, you think this is the time to text while you driving? I don't care how good of a driver you think you are. I think I'm a great driver. I think I could fuck a NASCAR nigga up in the streets. All right. This is just my Neptune delusion right now, family. But every once in a while, when a nigga get in that farthest left lane, I be thinking I'm doing some shit. Okay? Nonetheless, Moon and Virgo, sit your ass down. Don't be trusting auto drive or whatever the fuck in Tesla like a mug. This ain't the transit for that. Try that shit when we don't have a square to Gemini placements dealing with movement. Try that shit with the moon in Sagittarius. All right, that's a nice time to deal with some expiration. You know what? Let me see how this auto drive Tesla feature is like a motherfucker. Let me see how this shit work. Virgo moon, hell no, I ain't trying that. Are you crazy? I don't give a fuck if this shit worked 10 times in a row. The moon is in Virgo. I'm driving like I'm trying to pass the motherfucking DMV test the first time, y'all. Like, you gotta know how to do shit under different moon alignments. When the moon in Virgo, motherfucking, what's the 90 degrees? I better see two hands like a mug on that wheel. Ain't none of us in here drive with two hands on the wheel since we got our license. How the fuck they even teach us that shit? They know damn well as soon as we walk out the DMV with that license, we one wristing that bitch like a motherfucker. I ain't never have two hands on. I don't know. Is it me? I can't think of a moment I've ever had this feel uncomfortable. This don't even feel familiar right here. Nigga ain't never have two hands on the wheel. So that means everybody in here a liar. Basically, what I'm trying to say is we all lied to the DMV. We all lied to the system. All right, shout out to your Uranus placement. That's what that is right there. We all rebelling against the system in some type of shape or form. Okay, the niggas think they gonna get over on us. We gotta find our ways to get some get back every here and there. We outnumber them, family. We outnumber them. Okay. All right. So I forgot what I was talking about. I was snitching on some people. I was talking about some thieves. I was talking about a lot of things, y'all. What y'all want to talk about tonight? What y'all? I miss y'all. What y'all want to talk about? Tonight might have to be one of those. I'm in that type of bag. All right, guys. Took a little hiatus. Was doing a lot of readings and work under the hiatus. Shout out to any Patreon gang members in the church right now. Today we finished everything all about the fourth house when it comes into our Tuesday, Thursday live streams. All right. I hope y'all been enjoying some of these clips I've been posting. All right. It's been just some pretty lengthy clips. Okay. So I hope it could provide more insight on how to look at the archetype of the houses in your chart. Right. We all have a first house, but we all have a different type of activity in that first house. All right. From the element, the rulers. All right. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you, Sister Watkins Cat House. I'm doing well. I hope everybody in the building is doing well. Okay. Okay. Let me see what y'all talking about. Man. It's Gemini season. We gotta exchange. Y'all is mutable here. We gotta exchange a bit up here. You're showing your age, but so am I. What that mean? Sun conjunct Venus. You gotta be delicate talking about a brother appearance. We sensitive right now about our appearance and shit. What the fuck that mean, brother? Nah, no, but for real, what did that mean? I got that Saturn in the first house. I got to do extra shit to keep my shit together. We can't start aging. We can't start looking a little crazy. Saturn in the first house. I ain't gonna lie about that one. See, y'all know I'm quick to drag myself. This is why I drag all of y'all without no remorse. I do it to myself. If I can take it, y'all better be able to take it. That's how. Somebody said, Dania, why are you lying? Dania, you doing a whole lot in the chat today talking about that's how I was driving yesterday. You must have Virgo placements. Virgos, if any sign drive with two hands on that bitch, it is a Virgo. Scary ass. Ever since I ran into the app Waze, oh man, I already got spiritual protection in the car. That's one thing. Actually, I got two forms of protection in the car, so that's two things. I got spiritual protection and I got another form of God's protection in the car. So that's two. And then three, I got Waze. These niggas cannot see me. Cannot give a nigga like me a form of technology like that. You crazy? What? Javante or Frank? Man, Javante finna whip his ass. Gotta put some money on that nigga. What's the odds? I might put a ticket in right now. I was trying to watch the face off the other night. That shit was a little boring. I stopped watching that shit. Adrian Bronner got his Leo ass whooped the other day. Hold on, son. My son AB, all about billions. Yeah, AB got his Leo ass knocked out the other day. Got teeth knocked out his goddamn head. You know, see, I know I'm all over the place today. It's this. I'm in alignment. It's just Gemini Stellium vibes. It is what it is, y'all. I'm gonna come back to comments and see what y'all want to talk about. But speaking of AB, his Leo head ass. You know, Leo's AB is such a Leo, a great example of a Leo. He give me him and Soldier Boy. They're like such great representatives of Leos in the manner that, regardless of their well being, regardless of their success, or whether they're getting clowned in their career, these niggas gonna find the stage. These niggas gonna find the stage. You feel me? So you may look at a nigga like AB, like, guys, now I really want you. I know I'm high, and I know I be goofing, but I'm like, really listen to what I'm about to say. AB is fucking smiling and shit on social media. He done got his ass whooped. A nigga knocked teeth out his head. And you on social media playing. You're playing. This is the spirit of somebody that's been on the stage all their life, that at this point in their life, I could take L's in front of y'all. I'm experienced being on the stage. So when you talk about somebody spiritually having that influence, that fifth house influence, it ain't just about always performing at your best. Can you take an L in front of people? Can you bounce back? Can you have some charisma to it? So Leo energy is fucking powerful, bro. I don't know if y'all getting that wrapped the way how deep that really is. This nigga AB get another title. I mean, this nigga end up, he gonna stay in the headlines. He probably could still make successful turns in his career. Or you look like a nigga at Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy always gonna find the stage, bro. He always gonna find spotlight. He gonna find some type of relevance. We can name so many different Leo placements out in the world. All right, it's just that there's some black Leo niggas that is just on some super funny Negro Leo shit. Oh, somebody brought up Luca. Somebody brought up Luca. What y'all talking about, Luca? I bet y'all gonna file me out. Yeah, oh yeah. We definitely did that. Don't want to make that bet. We got Venus and Aries in the building. Lord have mercy, y'all something to deal with. You can't make no decisions dating Venus and Aries. You hear all this shit people talking about on the internet. Oh, niggas saying, oh, I want a submissive woman, and or this woman masculine. It ain't none of that shit. Venus and Aries. You submissive. I don't give a damn if you a man or you a woman. I don't give a damn what type of relationship this is. Human relationship or two motherfucking whales mating in the motherfucking Pacific Ocean. These niggas, whoever don't got Venus and Aries is gonna be the submissive one. Just know that. All right? Just a little love relationship hack for y'all. Shit. Bro, do you think Pluto opposing Leo affects the birth rate? Well, you gotta understand the birth rate is always. How do I answer this without not getting too deep? But in a way, creation and in a way, creation energy in general will always be in opposition to something trying to like not allow it to live and breathe to a degree. All right. So if you just look at the relationship between Aquarius and Leo, right? Leo, sun, life, birth. You know, we know how much the sun plays a part in helping the birth process to things, right? We have no motherfucking life if that nigga don't show up in a few hours. All right, depending on where your ass at. So, but the opposite energy is Saturn. Saturn is always trying to, it don't reflect none of that. And Saturn bring resistance. So family, it don't matter what you're trying to create in birth. You're going to meet resistance. It don't matter what you're trying to create in birth, right? You're going to meet resistance. And that's what that is. And that's part of the process. So, in general, Leo's is always going to be dealing with that. In general, that's the opposition towards trying to create and birth something. And then you have Pluto here now. So it's just going to be different mechanisms from a power and controlling way that, may affect the birth rate in a way more. I can't even say more hidden agendas, because you have to understand when it comes into population control, that's always a theme in this matrix. So now Pluto gets into Aquarius. There's a lot of reverse psychology going on right now. So things that were more hidden or esoteric, they're kind of making it, trying to sprinkle things on Front Street to make it to kind of normalize things in a way. And there's a lot of like mental fuckery going on with like the system versus the people and the collective from a spiritual perspective, from a power controlling perspective. So with all that being said, Pluto gets into Aquarius. Yeah, we're just gonna run into a series of different type of, more intense controlling battles between the so-called system. But you have to understand, majority of these systems are to keep us divided and make us be at war. It's not about the people just coming out of nowhere and just doing some, militant conquering type of militant, conquer type of guerrilla warfare tactic. Things will never play out that way. Even though we have experienced catastrophic world events that's done started wars, that have been pivotal changes in so-called wars and whatnot, aka scripts. But with that being said, like, the powers that be, I'm wild. I just got back on YouTube. I need to have a little filter on how I'm trying to display this. But for the most part, we just have to be wise about things that are the programs that are influencing us to be at odds, because it's easier to control people that are already at division. Like, it's way easier. Like, you're doing most of the work. So I really want to say more hidden agendas come into play with Pluto and Aquarius, but it's been hidden agendas with things affecting population control. You feel me? Affecting the birth rates. All right. Do black people reproduce the most? Can somebody confirm what's the stats on that? Can somebody confirm some stats on that? My good brother from the hip in the building, man. Good brother right there. What's going on, family? What's going on, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. If you a Gemini, shout out to y'all, man. Do a little happy dance. Do a little two-step. God gonna do something good for y'all. What time is it? 11:05? By like 11:08. Give it like 3 minutes. God gonna do something good for y'all. Just give a little brother a little text. Even if we did reproduce the most, white government structure makes sure represent with so much of the population. Well, hey, I just look at it like shit. Look at black communities. There's a lot of things in there that support that's trying to make sure that birth rate doesn't keep doing what it's doing. But it's an oxymoron to everything. People talk about all this single mothers, all the division in the black community. But at the end of the day, we need to get that together, whatever issues that got going on, just as a community, whatever. But y'all understand that's still perceived as still an issue. So now the program has to be shifted towards, the division once again of the family, because can we really stop them from mating? So y'all gotta understand things, man. Let me just say this: the powers that be, they doing a lot of human fuckery, and they trying to mesh spirituality with it. There's only but so much humans think they can do to spirit. There's only but so much. You feel me? But I'm just trying to make sure I embrace this good old Gemini, Venus, Sun, Mercury, stellium, freely speaking about your critiques and values. All right, guys. Crazy thing, the highest levels of they're not even raising. It's just everything we talking about. Y'all know is levels to what we could expand upon all of this, right? From families to constructs to the matrix, all of that, right? But anyways, let's get into what we're here for. Mars in Taurus, part two, Libra to Aries. All right, picking up with Libra. Ended off with Virgo, picking up with a Libra. Y'all see Michael Rainey Jr. ass, so mutable signs. Y'all think I'm playing? Sit down, mutables. Sit down, observe. Let people talk. I have to slow things up anyways. Venus ass gonna get into Cancer. Y'all doing the most right now. Y'all all gonna jump into y'all cuffing bag in the 5 days. A lot of y'all doing the most right now. Stop flirting with that person. Go back to your ex. Stop acting like you want to entertain something else. It's the summertime. Venus and Cancer. Go have that conversation with your woman. Go have that conversation with your man. Stop playing. Ain't nothing out here for you right now. That's what's there for you. Y'all gonna have all this hot weather, get y'all hot and bothered, and the love right here, the love at home, the love in the 4th, but y'all gonna be doing some willy-nilly bull jive. Willy-nilly bull jive. All right. We'll get to we got a week left with this. We got a week left with Gemini energy, y'all. We got a week left. All right. I know there's been a lot of new revelations about relationship activity. Okay. One thing about Gemini energy is mad scientist energy. So some of us just cultivated some diabolical plans for what we trying to carry out for the rest of the summer. And man, you better have discernment about, who your valued people are in your life. You end up having this Cancer, stellium, Venus in that bitch, and now you feeling unfulfilled as hell. I'm taking this girl out on a date. This other girl I've been dealing with for the longest, I'm being too stubborn to work things out with her ass. I'm trying to take this new girl on a date. Man, I can't stand her annoying ass. Pretty but airheaded. You know what I'm saying, family? Like, damn, what am I doing? Y'all never been in the moments you just unfulfilled. You mad as hell you love the person you love. Because now that shit, you trying right now. You're trying to do something new and different. You trying to get a rebound. You just trying to not fuck with their ass. You trying to not be spiritually right. All right? And when I say spiritually right, God, niggas be playing with God's time. God done mated you with somebody over here and you acting like you need all this and that over there. All right, I'm trying to give you a little prep for this, the Venus and Cancer boom. I'm trying to give you a little prep for that. That should be crazy Venus from Gemini to goddamn Cancer. This is why a lot of people gonna stop texting y'all back in 5-6 days. You having the most stimulating conversation with somebody right now on social media in your DMs. Y'all might be FaceTiming. Y'all might even be FaceTiming right now. I'm telling y'all. You go get Venus go get into like 4 or 5 degrees. You'll be like, wait, what the fuck? All right, maybe they just busy, It's a lot going on, stellium energy and all that. Planets is getting into new signs. Maybe niggas is just getting adjusted to some new vibes. The week go by, shit still on scene. By the time Venus get into like 10, 11 degrees, motherfucker gonna post they boo on social media. They gotta get back to where the love really at. You not really the love. You is the fake trying to be fulfilled person right now. Don't let the Gemini energy gas y'all. Don't let it gas y'all. All right? It's okay. You could be like, you know what? This was fun. You can hit that like respectfully. There's nothing wrong with that. You got caught up in the sauce. Okay? Part of being in alignment with Gemini energy is experimentation. Okay? This is one of the most curious signs in zodiac. So part of being in alignment with Gemini energy is experimentation. It's just that sometimes Gemini be too goddamn curious. Shit go a little too far. All right, you thought this was gonna be just a conversation that y'all linked up. You like, damn, god damn, this happened too fast. All right, Geminis can tell you all about them damn situations. Okay, Sometimes it's not love, it's just transactional. Carmen Sage with the gem right there. All right, with the little gem right there. Free the wave. Free, bro. Facts. Good sister, lovely soul one in the building. TT, I see you. I see you. I ain't gonna miss you. No. Sam H. All right. So, be wise, y'all. Be wise. Whoever that person is right now, when they try to come back, like, yo, listen, why are we playing with God right now? When they hit you with that line, you know that's a good line. That's a good comeback line right there. Fellas, if you ain't never used that one, go ahead. You can have that one. I be giving them away. Y'all can have them. They old, but they still work. They work. You could use that one. If y'all need some more, just hit a brother up. Just send me a little cash up. I got a whole bunch of joints. All right. But that one right there, they love that one on the comeback. You just text them like, yo, why are we playing with God's time right now? She's like, boy, what are you talking about? What are you hitting my phone up talking about? What you mean? What we got? Me and you. Why are we playing with God's time? Like he orchestrated this. We need to grow the fuck up. I'm coming over. There you go. She can't say no to that. She can't say no to that. I'm not even waiting for a response. I'm literally on my way. That was just the setup. Because I know when I pull up, that made my entrance way more wavier than me just pulling up abruptly. Pulling up abruptly work at times too. Sometimes, because y'all just don't know how to do things smooth though. That's why I don't like giving advice on certain things. Y'all know how to do certain aggressive. You got is an art to doing aggressive things, toxic things in a calm way. I'm sorry. It's a way of doing some toxic shit. You know, it ain't what it is how you do it, family. I don't know if you get me, family. I don't know if y'all getting me tonight. You're around the corner like facts. You feel me? Liquid fire. Wagwan. Yeah, man. So, you gotta know how to do toxic shit in a calm way, man. It is what it is. Like, this is real shit. This is real shit. Stop trying to start new shit. Get that shit together there till it really expire. Shit don't y'all be trying to leave before shit really expire. Like, no, thug it out. Thug that toxic shit out. It be good parts about it. I'm tired of y'all making it seem like toxicity is all negative and bad all the time. Is Scorpio all negative and bad all the time? Is the eighth house all negative and bad all the time? All right. This is why I have to be here. I have to sit here and be a representative of this and take the bullets for this. All right. It's a light and dark to everything. Learn how to, it's an art to being toxic. Yeah, what I'm saying? Oh, this might be the most Scorpio shit I've ever fucking been on. What am I talking about? But seriously, ladies, listen, niggas that don't really know what the fuck they be doing ain't gonna be able to really. Ladies, you know if a real nigga pull up to your door, real nigga pull up to your door, baby, why we playing with God's time? Like, boy, it's 3 a.m. What is you? Listen, open the door. You got me over here talking to you through a fence. We gonna do that tonight. Open the door. Woman, damn. Get in there and make up for that time we done played with God. Go ahead, give that spare time back to a good brother up there. Show him that we appreciate this connection right here. All right, Venus and Cancer got me thinking right again. Sorry, baby. Venus and Gemini was... DMs was going crazy. It was too much. I just wanted to go get a pack of black t-shirts from Target, and it's like, damn, I look in the left, I look to the right, I'm gonna go home. I just want 3 t-shirts, and I want to go home. But there's a stellium Gemini with Venus in there. Decisions, family. All right, so you gotta stay ahead of the curve, man. Libras can convince themselves or anyone else of anything crazy thing that they want. I guess, yeah, Libras are in the top half of persuasive signs. I would say that. But I'm trying to, all niggas could do this though, today women though. All niggas could do this, all right? I'm just trying to help they comeback game be a little bit better, all right? It just helps the foundation of getting back into your toxic bullshit with the person that you started that shit with before you start some other extra shit during summertime. Y'all, this is not all jokes, y'all. It's summer solstice. The things, the energy you be putting in the air during the summer solstice, at this point, the sun is in Cancer. It's setting a whole new foundation of a vibe in your life. You creating big cycles getting into Cancer season. You actually thinking this person, Venus and Gemini, you texted right now. Like I said, this might be one of the most stimulated conversations you'd have ever had with somebody over the internet. But listen, love is over here. Stop playing with God's time. You hear what I'm saying? Cut it out. Sometimes people don't be wanting to fuck with that person that they love so bad, they trying to really convince themselves they like somebody else that bad. Oh, man. You driving yourself crazy riding around with this big head motherfucker, trying to really convince yourself of some shit. And the funny thing is, it ain't no when you experience something real, you can lie to yourself. You can lie to yourself. I mean, you can lie to other people. But you can't lie to yourself. Real shit moves you. Real connections move you. They fucking move you. So anything that ain't super real, it just is what it is for the moment. All right. We need different relationships to show us different things in life. They're all different spiritual experiments. So sometimes, y'all need to relax with all these motherfucking people that, all right, now we can get to some more let me tap into the Jupiter side of this Gemini shit. Hey, not everybody in your motherfucking life is supposed to be with you forever. Relax, y'all. Relax. All right. So reason you ain't with they ass no more. All right. If you were supposed to be with they ass, you'd be with them now. It's that simple. It is that simple, y'all. All right. Some people come into y'all life to learn how to give a bit more. God damn. Some people come in y'all life to help teach y'all a little bit more compassion. Some of y'all got real hurt. You didn't realize you got hurt because maybe you was in a high horse. Maybe you was neglecting something. Maybe an attribute about yourself that would create worse cycles in life. If not, you've become aware of it in that relationship, right? That was the purpose of that relationship, for you to be aware of things with yourself. It's always going to be one of the most popular things we can experience to help us gain awareness of self. 7th house activity. You think you this, that, and the third, until somebody else tell you is not. It just hit a little harder when it's your wife. Hit a little harder when it's your motherfucking husband, right? All right. So you gotta take experiences with flow. Achieving flow state should always be an aim in life. All right, this is kind of what I was talking about in the video I posted not too long ago, talking about basically how we respond to certain experiences, guys, hardships or whatnot, and why turbulence and hardships are needed in life. It's part of everything. Is needed. It's perfect. It's perfectly designed like that. And when you look at relationship activity or whatnot, it's so many different things. There's so many different things that could formulate the results out of you connecting with somebody for a period of time. We just shoot ourselves in the foot when we act like that. There's nothing else to experience beyond that. And we're not trying to acknowledge what that was that we were supposed to learn from that. What was we supposed to learn from that? Your conscious is always going to lead you to this form of observation of yourself. All right. Sometimes it just be a little uncomfortable. Listen to your conscience. Knowledge of self that's real becomes knowledge of others and abuse. Yes, guys. Where's the reflection? Where's the reflection? How am I going to be able to see myself through another facet other than my goddamn self? All right, I get in some goddamn relationships like a mug. Okay. All right. So, family, Libras. Mars and Taurus. Once again, Mars is debilitated here. So We have to embrace slowing up the process of things that we're working on, we're structuring. There's a lot of excitement that we may be cooling off still, having so much Aries energy for a little minute. So a lot of us are still riding a lot of the highs with new things, new experiences, new passions. All right. In general, it's still the start. Aries is still the energy that start the spring season. All right. So with all that being said, now when that ruler Mars, now that it's in Taurus, okay, there has to be more of a regiment. We have to slow things up a bit more. We have to be able to let the garden grow. We can't come outside and fuck with the garden, do all different type of new experimentation and start plucking petals and whatnot and overwatering things. Concentrate the energy and the passion and the drive that we have for things that we're trying to stabilize in our life, and basically how we deal with our value system, be able to transform things, initiate the transformation with things dealing with our values, because if not, during this phase, we can deal with the transformation that we don't want to deal with if values in some type of shape or form aren't managed the way that they should. All right. So I was thinking a few ago, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like some, what's the name? Like, I remember when, I forgot what was the restaurant beefing with Popeyes when the whole chicken sandwich beef was going on. The whole chicken sandwich beef. Who was the other restaurant beefing with them? Chick-fil-A? No, it wasn't Chick-fil-A. But yeah, that whole chicken sandwich beef, like we might see a little something like that again with Mars and Taurus. Yeah, that was a super that Kevin Durant shit was a super Libra move. It was. He's an Aries moon though, so he a funny opposite ass nigga, like OD. He another backwards wishy washy ass nigga. But so all right, so Libra. Shout out to all the Libras in the building. It was Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. Oh damn! So it was Chick-fil-A. So yeah, you might see a little bit of that competition amongst value systems or whatnot, right? Like food chains getting into bullshit or whatnot. But with all that being said, um, Libras, we got, where do we have Mars transiting right now? We just came out of Virgo. Let me just pull up my energies. All right, Libra, we got Mars up in that 8th house, man. We got Mars up in that 8th house, man. Shout out to all the Libra sons, Libras in the 1st house. All right, Libra risings in the building. Now, having Taurus in the 8th house, the things you run into in this environment could get intense to deal with, but hey, it's the 8th house, right? That's the 8th house middle name. But when we're looking at Taurus being here and the ruler being Venus, that's what brings that debilitated like energy here. Even though Taurus is in conjunction as a sign, it's still a Venus influence. All right. So Libras could always, and remember, being a Libra rising, this makes a house heavily affected because it's connected to your ruler, your chart. So Venus rules your 1st house with Libra in there, and also rules this house, the 8th house, that Taurus is in there. So Libra rising, Libra sons, what you value can always create intensity with transformations in your life with overindulgence. You have Taurus there, and everything dealing with sensuality, pleasures, materialism, or positive values here, in some type of shape or form. Those things could all have, like, you could build deep desires around things. So the management of that is serious business. So this is why Mars coming in this house is a powerful phase for you right now, Libra Sun, Libra Risings, because you're going to be able to really have a head of steam initiating a real transmutation process here. You're really going to be able to weed out a lot of different things that may have a hold on you, all right, when it comes into an attachment, when it comes into power and controlling influences in your life in any type of way. But when Mars gets in here, it really honors this process in a very concentrated way. It's important to understand that you have to identify things that play out as attachments in your life while Mars is here, because Mars could create If you don't take the initiative and be proactive, right, about transformations in your life, things that you need to weed out when it comes into like attachments, power and control issues, Mars could act up a little bit here. It could act up, so it could create some intense situations that make you extreme. And we don't got to be extreme just because Mars is at home. Mars at home here, guys, right? So you could honor this process, Libra Sun rises. You don't want no attention for it. You just do your thing, and you have to be very. I want to use the word cognizant. I want to use the word cognizant. I like that word. I need to make sure I know it means what I think it means. Okay, I'm gonna use that word more often. That shit sound exquisite as a motherfucker. I'm a cognizant ass motherfucker. I like that. I like that word, y'all. That shit wavy. Cognizant. Damn, that shit make you sound smart as hell. But yeah, say I was using it in its right context. But however, you know, in general, a Venus ruled eighth house, you have to be very aware about how, your overindulgence of certain things that could make you feel content, comfortable in life could cause transformation, or it could cause extreme situations where you have to respond to transformation. All right. It's going to be a strong influence to regulate things dealing with not only attachments, but the things that you have in connection to other people. We know this house is dealing with shared resources. All right. So we could see some changes about to take place with that now. Right. Making an agreements with others where you're sharing resources and they not as in the deal as much as you thought they would. You feeling a little different about pulling in because maybe you want to honor more of a self transformation process, or you feel like you need more resources to pour into what you got going on personally. It ain't no motherfucking guilt trips with this shit. You feel like you need to use whatever you have to support a transformation process, to support something you're trying to regulate on your personal life before you start to participate more in different relationships in your life. Then you make that priority here. You make that priority here while Mars is here. All right. Mars is also gonna now when Mars is home, it carries a different temperament, man. It carries a different temperament. So the eighth house, it does move slower in the eighth house. This is a water house, and then remember, it's still Taurus. So you got to be careful of anything dealing with making sure you pass tests when you're being challenged of your desires, having access to certain desires. You know, because Mars brings that sense of intensity, that intention, that crave for something. We know Mars can be impulsive, but you still have it around Taurus energy here. So this would be like Libra Sun's risings right now, doing anything extreme that try to make money overnight, right? Situations like this, you don't really want to play these type of situations, mine right now around this time. If it seems like you're going to be able to make a certain profit, a quick flip over time right now, these energies ain't really supporting that. All right. Now, there may be certain things you experience being able to transform something with people from a behind the scenes perspective in a way, but something being overnight, that could be an illusion paired with like a strong desire you have for something. You got Taurus here. So we know Mars and Taurus is about us overdoing things, right? In the name of trying to build stability, security. So this type of combination of energies, you got to make sure you're not caught up in anything trying to, overdo something with your desires, with materialism to get stable, this, that, and the third. You have to be aware about people around you being, when it comes to these shared value situations, stealing or taking around this time. Follow your gut. But nonetheless, this is a period where, a month and change from now, right? A couple months from now, there's a whole new willpower you have with something dealing with an attachment here. But the more I realize, once again, I'm gonna just keep repeating it and making it more familiar. Like the more readings I do, the more I just journal my life through the stars, the more I see how people deal with challenges in their life. When we have energies in favor, in in our favor, we kind of still get challenged with being able to use them and apply them. So the fact that Mars is here, make sure you meet the resistance, Libra Sun risings, when it comes into anything that's playing out as an opposition. When you're trying to transform something, you're trying to release yourself of attachments, right? You're trying to get into any new practices that you believe will really help, regulate, that eighth house like energy, spiritual baggage, insecurities that you want to, get rid of, certain burdens that you feel like is holding you back for how you deal with your goals in a certain way. Mars ain't playing none of that in here, so that's why it's such a strong placement, because Mars is the sun, Mars is the planet, and Pluto, but Mars is the planet that knows how to come here and do what you're supposed to do here. Make sure you carry out your passions, and see how to use the things that played out as, things that didn't go in your favor, that's now manifesting as trauma, insecurities, or whatever. Let me get this together and transmute into some form of motivation, a new attitude, a new approach to this, that, and the third. Let's just make sure that new attitude and approach is towards some positive values with it being under Venus, and you can sustain that in a patient manner. Whether that's you going to the gym, you initiating that, you initiating a new transformation with how you go about your dating life, you initiate a new transformation with how you deal with your wellness, right? But it's coming down to your values in general. This could be new habits that you incorporate with a certain discipline with something you're building, right? Something that you value, that you're trying to structure in some type of shape or form, especially if you have your Libra-Aries. You got some earth placements too. You may get challenged a lot with having to deal with these type of attachments getting in the way of your building process. So this could be a great time to add a new sense of discipline into something you're building and seeing new results bloom from that, whatever what you building, what you value may be, whatever your craft may be. All right. Taurus dealing a lot with craft. My good sister Tracism in the building. Glory is his name. Lord have mercy. All right. So we got that going on with Libra Sun, Libra Rises, man. Okay. Libra Sun, Libra Rises, I'm telling y'all ass right now. All right. You is a relationship sign in the first house. You get Mars in the 8th house. Sit your ass down. Please sit your ass down. It's summertime. You're going to be in heat. This place can bring heat. All right. I know it's 11:30. I got to get, it got to be a little bit later for me to get a little bit more X-rated, a little bit faded and X-rated. Y'all know what I mean. Sit your ass down, Libra Sunrise. Do you want that type of transformation? Do you want that? What type of transformation you want during this transit? All right. So knowing Venus rules your first house dealing with relationships, and this house dealing with how you're able to stabilize a positive value system amongst your desires, have a sense of, a grounded way of dealing with your subconscious, and attachments and insecurities that affect your subconscious, right? Learning how to lean on building more of a value system with ritual work, in some type of shape or form during this transit. Mars could tap into all different type of vessels of the occult that's connected to the occult with this transit. So, just have to be very conscious what's going on, Libra Sun, Libra Rising around this time. All right. That's what we got going on with my Libra Suns, Libra Rising. Moving on to my Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Risings. Where you at? If you're a Scorpio Sun Rising spirit, put the number 8 in the chat thingy thing, man. Damn. Shout out to the Scorpio Suns Risings. All right. Now, Mars is in the 9th. Excuse me. All right. Mars in the 7th. All right. We're dealing with that first 7th house axis. I ain't gonna lie, Scorpio, this one gonna be a little rocky one right here. There's gonna be, you is a hot seat sign with this transit anyways. So we got a couple of things going on with this transit. This ain't really the most favorable transit, but guess what? It's pros and cons to everything. Guess what? I'm the lucky Libra. I'm gonna get the light and dark side for you. If you believe in a good brother, put another 8 in the chat. I really be channeling that good reverend spirit up here. Don't play with me, y'all. Put another 8 in the chat if you really want this word. Another pastor gonna ask for a collection plate. I just want confirmation in there, so I can give you this word real quick. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising person. All right, there we go. I see some flames. That's what I'm talking about. Good brother, Texan by Nature 88. What's good, brother? Good brother, knowing brother. All right, brother Raheem Jones, everybody, family. I see ya. I feel your energy. Now, Mars in the seventh house. There's a couple of things going on here, Scorpio sunrise. So I'm gonna slow walk you. All right. That's how y'all be slow walking people into the eighth house. I'm doing. That's what y'all like to do, right? You be like, no, it's okay, it's all right. Yeah, this room right here, yeah, this room, yeah, just go in there, Okay, no, it's okay, yeah, no, we be good in here. That's how Scorpios do. Y'all be slow walking the motherfucker into the dark, telling me it's gonna be okay. Let me just hold your hand, guide you through this. So Scorpio, I'm telling you, manipulators and narcissists, they got a swag to them. You can't lie, family. They can't pull the shit off. They can't pull the shit they pull off without a certain eighth house swag to it. All right. Gotta have a lot of swag to walk somebody into the dark. You gotta really think about that shit. If you taking me somewhere I can't see, but I'm willing to walk in there because you talking about, come on. Come on, let's go. Hold my hand. I got you through this. I know how to walk through this. That's it. I'm vulnerable. I can get taken advantage of. That's what the Scorpios do to y'all. Us. That's what I be doing. All right? That's what they be doing, y'all. Okay. Keep one eye open while y'all walking through the dark. That's the hack. Just keep one eye open. They want you to keep your eyes closed because they know how to really move through there. But anyways, it ain't gonna get too deep. Scorpio, I love y'all. But there's a couple of things going on right now. First of all, Mars your ruler. Let's start there. Mars your ruler. Scorpio sun rising. It's kind of all fucked up right now. It's in Taurus. It's like, God damn, I gotta slow down. It's in the seventh house. It's like, God damn, I gotta slow down and work with other niggas. This is like, Lord have mercy. God, you trying to do your big one on me, huh? This is what Mars going through right here with it. At least Libra sun rising. At least, you know, this shit fucked up for everybody. Mars and Taurus is detriment there, is debilitated. But shit, okay, little eighth house trans. I could do my thing here. I could do my thing with this. All right. Y'all know everything got its light and dark side, but damn, that's the Mars in the seventh house in Scorpio. Okay. So not only do I got to slow shit up, I got to really learn to cooperate with more people right now. Okay. So my building process, I have to associate myself with other people. I have to be open to that shit. I have to actually talk back and consider their outlook on the shit that we working on together as a partnership. I have to really consider that shit. All right. So Scorpio sun rises, ego, power and control influences. If that's the superpower you thought you was working right now, that shit is dead. Because your partners ain't going. They're not going. And you ain't going to be going neither if you detected any of that for the most part. But that's what you're going to have to anticipate here. You're going to have to anticipate people trying to bully you into valuing what they value in partnerships. Oh yeah, both ways. You're going to have to anticipate that. You doing that shit and trying to talk yourself out of that shit like you're not really doing something toxic. I know you value this, but listen, I value this, and it's just better if we value what I value, okay? All right? Now, however you confirm that in your way, but that's basically what I just said is what you're doing. Or you might receive that energy, and you're going to have to get some regulating going on here. All right? That's the problem with Mars in the seventh house. Who don't love some passion in their relationship life? Who don't love that? I don't want no goddamn relationship with no passion. That shit weak as hell. I don't want no, hey, honey, come on. How's the kid? Okay, go to sleep. Okay, you made dinner. Okay, you go to sleep. Okay, I'm going to work. Okay, honey. Okay, all right. Fuck all that lame shit. All right? Need some real nigga activity going on in this relationship. So, who don't love some passion? That's the spice. We don't say that for no reason. Oh, this marriage is going left. We need to do something to spice it up. Mars could spice some shit up. All right, now Mars could spice some shit up if that's what you're looking for. So yeah, it could be a whole new burst of intensity and passion right now going on. Oh shit, it's about to be motherfucking summertime and shit. You about to have this placement there for the entrance into the summer. So honeymoon phases could be kind of dynamic right now. It could be exciting as hell. So slow down. All right, ain't nobody say you can't date. But slow your ass down. Is Mars and Taurus. All this passion you got to see this person, link this person, do that. We got some other priorities that you ain't even take care of the week. You better relax. I know tomorrow Friday, but relax. Let's get take care of the rest of the shit we got to take care of. Responsibility, priority before you go lose your mind this weekend with this new person you passionate about. This new person you trying to possess, Scorpio Sun rising. This new person you trying to put some of your eighth house game on, right? I told you that Scorpio energy, it linger on you, right? When they touch you and kiss you, it just stay on you for a little bit. You're like, damn, it's just, I still like feel her like here, like 2-3 days later. How she do that? It's just something about that shit. It's the eighth house substance. I'm telling y'all. It should be sounding like I'll be making shit up until somebody really dates Scorpio, and then they think it's a placebo effect. Motherfucker Scorpio kiss your ass 3 days later. You like, damn, I really still feel that shit. That boy did say that shit. No, I was joking. I was just talking out my ass. That's what I was doing. All right, that eighth house substance, stay on your ass. So when you got Mars in the seventh house, listen, Scorpio sunrise, your ass might be open to some shit that's a little overboard. And I'm a spokesman for the toxic people, but at some point we need a motherfucking safe word. Damn, I said a little toxic woman. God damn. Motherfucker think they toxic till somebody push that shit to another standard. God damn, there's always gonna be levels to shit, family. There's always gonna be levels, spiritual graduation to things. Spiritual graduation of toxicity. All right, I'm telling y'all. So, with all that being said, Scorpio sunrise, you gotta chill because you fake might be open to that intensity you dealing with, but it might be a little over. It might be a little bit somebody being overly possessive over you. You just met at a cookout in the summertime. The attraction intensity is high and everything, but they just like they do a little bit of red flags with their aggression every once in a while in this early stage. You don't overlook that. Don't overlook that. Don't overlook a nigga trying to force you into a relationship overnight. Mars in the seventh house. Aggression and force come in so many different ways with Mars transit here. So you already know Mars could be impulsive in the seventh house, and it could be power and controlling here. We got passion and intensity, right? We have that. We have the ability to relate passions here, right? However, understanding that you got to make sure any type of relationship activity, building that connection, that shit has to come with pace around this transit. You don't want to burn out. You don't want to burn it out because Mars already has to practice patience in the seventh house. But then when it got to go ahead and, rub up with Taurus at the same time, it's like, shit, damn. Not only do I got to cooperate with people, I really got to see what values we have. Unless it's just going to be all flesh. Unless it's going to be just all just not substance. Let's just say that. I don't even know that's a good word to use, but it's gonna be some substance, but not that type of substance. Let's just say that. All right, basically where I'm getting at. You get where I'm at, family. But it ain't in the chat. Okay. So you got to be easy here. Mars in Taurus in the seventh house. The moment somebody value do not sound like some shit you could get with, but the attraction is so high, but the experience is so thrilling. You like, hell no. This person just said what? They value what? They don't value what? They don't want to do what? They want to do what? I'm not about to compromise my motherfucking values based off of some attraction, intensity, trying to make something in this whatever work right here. All right. Or falling into a facade or somebody being a little aggressive with us in a way. Okay. Because some of us different. And this is why I got to say it like this, because I know the Scorpio sun rising archetype. Okay, so sometimes that sense of possessiveness, they fake like that shit a little bit. All right, you can fake like that shit a little bit. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit a little nice, a little bit. Like there's levels to it though. It can't be too much real craziness behind it. Like just it's just that passion of showing you want somebody. That's fire. That's fire. All right, but don't just be real crazy. Like all these jokes be fake crazy jokes. Like I like fake crazy. Don't be real crazy. You fucking shit up for real now. Now we really can't no fun. You real crazy? I thought I'm fake crazy. I ain't crazy for real. All right, so shit. You might run into some real crazy niggas, basically, with Mars in the seventh house. All right, and this is where the transformations gonna start happening here. You in the transformative ass situations because there was no process. It was the values wasn't aligned. It was impulsive behavior behind your actions. Things happen a little too fast when it wasn't supposed to be that fast, and now something transformed in some type of way. All right, so pace yourself right here, Scorpio Sun risings. And you have to understand you can become personally consumed right now in your relationship activity because this is your ruler, this is your first house ruler. So you have to be wise about how you navigate seventh house activity in correlation to what you got going on in your personal life. All right. Lovely Saw said I'm all crazy. All right, shit. So yeah, back to things holding you back from establishing proper values here. Some relationships will burn out right now for some Scorpio Sun risings because Mars comes here wanting to establish a healthy value system, is trying to detect positive and negative values, right? Because it wants to transform that, right? It wants to bring this transmutation attribute into Taurus, seeing how it could see how things that we're valuing from a negative perspective could be transformed into our building process with something over here we truly do value. So let's say you're dealing with turbulence in your relationship during this transit or coming into this transit, you know, most likely there's going to be parties very passionate about building a sense of stability in our relationship, making sure there's some, you know, some related values and we have something to stand on with this relationship so y'all don't burn out. But that's coming down to how much people want to be with each other around this time. That's really what it's going to come down to, right? How much do y'all want to be with each other to want to put the effort to establishing this new value system here? So if you find yourself being that person, you know, that party of the relationship trying to do that and that's not reciprocated, then that's giving you a signal and sign during this transit where your transformation should be, or why this should be a transformed state, or why you should take initiation to transform it. Mars is going to be sending strong signals in that type of form anyways. So it's like, yo, our values are not aligning here. Just and a third, I'm already forced to get fixated here. I'm already forced to get fixed earth to get planted in something with aligned values. This motherfucker don't value what we value. We value this relationship or doing something long term or whatever the fuck it is. And that's not what it is. So them disagreements could lead to some expirations around this time because of that matter. On top of the same side, people having some very passionate honeymoon phases, and they need to slow the fuck that shit down. All right. Intensity attraction out of this world. But damn, what's each other's last name? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Sorry, that question be fucking niggas up on the first date. 5 years. A lot of pressure. What if I was married? I see, like, that's a lot of pressure. That question, that answer could go a lot of ways. All right, I'm a Libra. I know how to bounce back, though. I know how to give you something. You think you got something later on in the night. You're like, wait, hold on, motherfucker didn't really answer the question. I know how to finagle that one. Okay. But with that being said, though, guys, that's pretty much what my Scorpio sunrise need to be aware of around this time. Pace yourself in that seventh house. Be aware of that power controlling influence. In general, when it comes into any type of partnership activity, right? I always say when Mars we lean on a lot of intimacy and romance here, but you know the seventh house is also dealing with all type of contractual agreements and different type of partnerships. So that energy of feeling somebody being forceful, you know, we got Taurus here, materialism is one of the money signs. So you got that influence here, and Mars comes in here. So you have to be able to detect red flags when niggas doing a little bit too much for the desires over how much percentages or cuts they feel like they should get with something that y'all working on together. Pick up on those little red flags before you start making more concrete decisions with certain partnerships while this transit going on in the seventh house. Okay, so um when we got that going on, you are about to walk into big trine energy, though, Scorpio sun rises. You about to walk into big trine energy. So this Gemini stellium, this Gemini stellium is gonna be a Cancer stellium overnight. All right, so it's important to make sure you hone in on things dealing with proper values in your relationships right now, because that could just transform a cycle of maybe some negative values that you used to uphold in your relationship life. This could be a little space right here where you get to kick a new habit here and regulate what more positive values are to be exchanged in a relationship. It gives more of a healthy ground to any like new relationship experiences that could come during this phase, right? You have something to be more cemented on. Taurus in the seventh house, right? And it's important for you to understand that, having Taurus here in general, Scorpio sun rising, it's important for you to understand that there needs to be that with Taurus here, regardless of your seduction, attraction, your ability to deal with penetrating people's mental stimulation and the depth and intensity you may crave with connection at times. That intensity is a beautiful thing to have, that attraction, right? Like I couldn't be in a partnership without like that animal like attraction. But with Taurus being in the seventh house and values, we have to have this in common. We have to be able to have something that we could fall on, outside of a passionate, intimate type influence between our connection. We have to have something to fall on here. Something we both have a shared foundation with values. So, that's very important time and time again with your relationships in your life. So that's my Scorpio sun rising. Sagittarius sun risings. All right, Sagittarius sun risings. We have Mars transiting the sixth house. Okay. Yes, we got Mars transit in the sixth house. All right. Mars just left the fifth house, Sagittarius. That was a trine. There's most likely something that you experienced new within a creative endeavor in the past couple of months. So now that Mars is in your sixth house, all right, your process is more so moving that new experience, something that you just got new feedback or critique on when you placed it in the stage, when you dealt with that birth process or whatnot, right? Because it either triggered something that you was already dealing with putting on the stage, right? Or transformed that, or, help spark the first and the ninth house in some type of way too, right? Something that you may have been cultivating in your personal life, something you have experienced with a Jupiter energy here. It may have been something you got called on to, like, to express and see how that could transform and create opportunities. So whatever that may be, now that Mars slides into the sixth house, now the intention becomes the regiment behind that, the regiment behind any seeds that you may have planted in this portion of this 8 year in general, right? Mars comes in here, gets to spend time, giving a whole lifestyle. I love a Mars through the sixth house transit. And the crazy thing is, I have a detriment sign to Mars in the sixth. I have Cancer in the sixth house, but I love when Mars is in the sixth house. I love when Mars is in my sixth house. All right. I feel like I get to regulate a whole lot when it comes into, all the things with my regiment, especially things that may have been playing out as attachments, burdens, because we still have water here and water consumes. So that's why I use the word sometimes attachments, burdens, when we're talking about a water sign or water house. Water consumes. You leave a glass of water out, you come back 2 hours later, you come out 24 hours later, you can see different particles, bacteria in it, so it can consume. This is why water signs naturally got to know how to place boundaries, right? But when it comes into having the sixth house, right? So I just is a certain intention that is placed into how to transform things in the sixth house, right? And we know everything with the sixth house has a critical analysis. So Mars gets to work with pattern here. Mars gets more of a regiment in pattern transiting the sixth house in some type of shape or form. in some type of shape or form. A lot of times people be getting new jobs around this transit Mars in the sixth house, or they transform into another space in where they were working at, or they start experiencing working on something new and where they were working at when like Mars be hitting the sixth house. But when people get a lot of new job opportunities with Mars coming into the sixth house, a lot of it can deal with, bringing a new sense of regimen into your life. You got a job now, you have more of a stable schedule in some type of shape or form. Um, you're picking up, you're creating more pockets to do things more productive for your regimen and schedule that could lead into, a spark of transformation with your lifestyle and wellness in general. All right. Now you got Taurus in the sixth house. So, already having Taurus here, you're already going to manifest situations where, when it comes into now, so you Sagittarius rising. Now that is one thing. You Sagittarius sun rising. So sixth house energy ain't really your spill for real. It ain't really your spill. All right. Pattern and regiment can start to feel like restriction to Sagittarius placements. This is why a lot of them need movement at times. So this is why which are having Taurus in the sixth house, that sense of there's a lot of fulfillment that comes from things that you get to learn how to get fixated on, when it comes into your regimen and your schedule, getting to keep something with a value system and a consistent building process, right? So at some point, Sagittarius placements, you got to experience that, but fire signs sometimes work so much magic based off pure creativity. They thrive a lot off of their impulse and expression and raw creativity at times, depending on what they do. So it almost like they make up for steps that they should be taking with regimen and certain practical matters. Like fire energy is so fire. But with that being said, so yeah, Mars comes in here as a whole regulation when it comes into wellness, guys. Make sure in the workplace you are able to keep an eye out for any type of power and controlling influences here, right? Managers, advisors, or whatever the fuck, supervisors, they want you to stay a little bit extra without extra pay. I got the extra go. All right, if that's how you finna extra move with me. All right, so we not finna do that. Mars could bring out a little bit of hidden agendas within any spaces working or project building with people to a degree. So you want to be able to keep an eye out for that. Those red flags Mars can take where it's at. So we all got to be careful of our Taurus houses. Look at your Aries house to a degree. Now that's actually a different case because you got Mars in the third house, so. It's easy. We the one that was trying to take in a way. We became more of the aggressor in your Aries house. But you just have to be careful what things that you feel like are trying to take from you. Sometimes these circumstances or things trying to take from you can evoke transformation. All right. But once again, this period could just be some type of change or movement within the workspace or how you deal with some type of project building. You're going to be able to weed out things. Y'all got to understand. Mars creates transformation as well, because when it comes into a house and it wants to bring its passion here, we know Mars don't like distractions. Mars is impatient. It's fucking passionate. It's trying to get to point A to B to its intentions. It's very urgent. All right. So when Mars gets into a certain house, and whether it's the sixth house and has to deal with regimen and schedule and aim its passion here, whether it's the eighth house, it got to regulate the subconscious attachments, get into a little bit of shadow work healing. All right, whether it's got to motherfucking go on a sobriety challenge, whether it's Mars in the second house, it got to manage things dealing with impulsive spending habits, whatever it's bringing its passion into, it can become extreme, and it's going to have transformation, because when it's trying to bring its passion there, anything that plays out as a distraction is going to meet that. All right. Mars is confrontational. So whatever blockages we can have with whatever blockages that we may have in our Taurus house, now that Mars is here, extreme situations can manifest if we're holding on to something that's getting in the fucking way of what Mars is trying to transform or regulate here in some type of shape or form, or where Mars is trying to create new intention at. That's where a lot of extreme things manifest as well too. All right. So take that into account, all the houses that we already did. All right. Are you going to be holding on to things that, take away progress from what Mars is doing in this house, or what type of transformation process you should be initiating in this space? Okay. because by the end of the transit, something gonna change in this house. We all can govern and grasp and give Mars direction on what that transformation is gonna be. So yeah, that's very important for you to understand, all of us, but Sagittarius Sun risings with Mars up in that space. The mutable signs is on fire right now. You can feel a little unstable right now. It's okay if you feel unstable right now. Sagittarius Sun rising. It's okay. It's all right, to be honest with you. Might have been a little bit too open towards, most Sagittarius Sun rises right now. I just feel unstable. A lot of that shit just has to come with y'all not giving the fourth house as much love right now. So you probably a little too outside. You probably didn't really want to go out that Saturday, but your friends pushed you to. So make sure you're pouring into self right now. You're not becoming a little bit too drained with outside activity, with things that's you're dealing with opposite energy in general. Even though we know we're coming to a close soon, since this is the last week of Gemini season, but that may be a little influence you under around this time. Saturn, that's the thing. We also have all these planets. This past week we had all this Gemini stellium, making more direct contact with Saturn, guys. So that's another week why this week may have past 8 to 10 days may have dealt with certain a little bit of detachment in our partnerships, guys. So that may have had a huge reason for that. This was really not the week to take it to heart. If your partner or somebody in some type of shape or form around you and your surroundings was telling you that they couldn't participate in this and the third because of a responsibility, because of priority, especially with Saturn passing by. So keep that in mind, guys. Sagittarius and the mutables may have ran into some situations that got extreme because of things like that to a degree. All right. So yeah, Saggies. Yeah, Saggies, y'all all good. Y'all all good in the hood. Okay, you just gotta deal with a little uncomfortable sixth house energy for the most part. Have as much fun as you want to have this summer. A lot of the things we can see a lot of way more progress. With things that may have got sparked, especially during eclipse season, the Aries season. You being one of the trine signs around that time. So once again, maybe a lot of new things you're experiencing coming into this part of the year, but Mars can really add a new sense of stability in your life, giving that area the attention that it needs, right? So you could thrive with anything dealing with exploration, but still keep things that are of value to you in motion, with some pattern, with some structure. All right. So that's for my Sagittarius Sun risings. Okay. Capricorn Sun risings. Capricorn Sun risings. If you in the building, put a 10 in the building, man. In the chat, put it in there, man. Okay. Shout out to the Capricorn Sun risings, man. All right. Now listen, man. We doing a little in conjunction energy with all this Gemini influence, but this Mars about to hit you with a nice little trine, man. All right. We all up in the 5th house, man. You feel me, gangster? We up in the 5th house with it, man. All right, so now Mars in the 5th house. This motherfucker passionate as hell about expression. Nigga get a little egotistical here. I ain't gonna lie. Mars in Leo, Mars in 5th house. If you got Mars in Leo, Mars in the 5th house, you niggas grind my gears. I'm gonna just be upfront about the shit. Shit. I got mad beef with Leo placements. I ain't even gonna lie. I got mad beef with y'all. Damn. You can't force a Libra to just see things your way all the time. Like, we're literally the wrong sign for that. And you're doing too much because we the sign that let you get off with your shit. Like, yeah, that's dope. I see what you see. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I relate. So when you get us out that bag, like, all right, nigga, damn, can I relate something in this mother? Nah. God damn. You really on the stage 24/7 like a mug. And you get mad when I just make a request to do a feature. I just wanted to do a poem, brother. I got a little verse I wrote last night. I want the audience to hear my shit too. Damn, you think a brother ain't passionate about the fifth house? You think you the only passionate nigga about some shit you see? Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, Mars and Leo, Mars and fifth house. Sometimes y'all need to sit y'all ass down. Shit. Pass the mic, David Ruffin. This not even your verse of the song. Niggas singing everybody. You got that sunshine. That's not even your. I wasn't even for you originally for that nigga. Niggas, y'all be, it's Mars. Niggas be bullying niggas on the stage with this placement. I don't argue or debate with Leo placements, especially goddamn Mars and goddamn Leo. These niggas cannot lose. They could be big sore losers too, like a mug. Like a mug. All right? Now, they're going to do some magical shit when they're on the stage. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm such a Libra. I got to be balanced, yeah. I'm sorry. I am who I am, y'all. I am who I am. I gotta be balanced. These niggas is magical on the stage. Sometimes it's like, you know what, David Ruffin, here, take the mic, motherfucker. Sometimes you just gotta give it up. Don't nobody want to see you, Otis. Don't nobody want to see you. You can't even moonwalk. Damn. Everybody in the Temptations can moonwalk but you. All right? So sometimes you can't even be mad. It's dynamic. It's a dynamic transit. Could be a dynamic transit. All right? You could do some dynamic shit here right now, Capricorn, sun rising. Well, how you finna explode in the fifth house, right? Something you finna launch from a creative perspective. Your expression come off a little dynamic right now. Your partner, people around you may be like, okay, you got a little pep in your step as of late. Yeah, I got Mars trying in my first house from the fifth. I'm tired of suppressing expression in this bitch. I feel like moonwalking. Okay? So, shit. I'll be honest with you. I love this placement from what it could do spiritually. I really have y'all niggas grab my gear seriously if you have Mars in the fifth house, Mars and Leo. I really can't stand y'all. But it is still a fire placement. I gotta be real. I gotta be real nigga, y'all. It's a fire placement because Mars demands the stage here. Mars demands the stage here. All right? So in this placement, it's natural opportunity for the first house to be seen for things they're passionate for. All right? Take this fast into so many different ways. Opportunities if you are an artist or you're creative in any type of way. You know, a lot of people with this placement right now, a lot of Capricorn sun rises are a lot of earth risings in general, but especially Capricorn sun rising gonna manifest a lot of situations where if anything was suppressed in partnerships, shit, they standing on that. They gonna stand on some words this transit. And that shit may feel good. It's like it may feel alive. Like, no, I should have been told her, put my foot down to her. That felt good. Tired of her hitting me. Women, keep it a rack. Hold on. I seen a poll the other day. Speaking of Mars, this abusive ass. Ladies, y'all be hitting niggas for real? I seen a poll saying how much women really be putting hands on niggas. Is this a common thing? Am I just out the loop? All right. Damn, I know I'm an intense nigga. I don't really got no homies that be telling me they girl be whipping their ass. Unless them niggas is lying to me. Unless that's what it is. Niggas just, everybody keeping making that shit a secret. I seen a poll. I said, hell no, this poll rigged. Who's ain't no way this how much women putting their hands on niggas. This is really the age of Aquarius, huh? Y'all got hands in the church like that? Ebony said not no more. Do some extra prayer for Ebony tonight. That woman got Cancer and Aries, her big three. You know she whipped somebody's ass. I don't know. Somebody got their ass whipped with her. It just happened to be a nigga. It could have been anybody for real with that alignment. Cancer and Aries in the big three. Ass whooping is that's a rites of passage with they ass. They gotta whoop somebody ass it's like a Sweet 16 celebration. If you're a Cancer Aries placement, that's how you celebrate your 16th birthday. If you're Cancer Aries, y'all don't know that? Y'all got no Cancer Aries sibling? Y'all ain't never been to no Cancer bar mitzvahs or no Aries bar mitzvahs? That's what they do. They whip somebody ass. That's how they show they going into man womanhood. Got to get a good ass beat. We got to know you really got that good Mars spirit up in you. Okay? All right? Shit. So, listen, y'all got to chill. You see, y'all be making me make light of things that is crazy. Okay? I'm sorry if anybody ever went through anything intense here. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I just be a little uncouth up here. That's another word I like, y'all. Y'all like the words I be using? I like cognizant. Y'all like cognizant? Y'all like that word? I like cognizant and uncouth. So nice words. All right, Ebony. Ebony. Not no more. It's so crazy. Not no more. It's so crazy. But it's really not once you start, if you know astrology, you start asking, what's your sign? Oh, Cancer, Sun, Aries. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. A lot of shit in the world makes sense with astrology. Like that's why it feel crazy with us being into this. The world make us feel crazy. Do y'all know we can heal everything overnight with this shit? We could section everybody the right way. Could be so much order. We could go to the DMV. All right, Aries over here. The moon is in Virgo. Sometimes you got too much mutable signs on the same waiting line. All right. Spread things up by their signs. Damn. The world overnight. Flipped overnight, family. All right. Okay. Good sister, super life. Y'all know that's my sister, man. Damn, that's my sister. The remnant. Lord help my remnant. Yo, I gotta bring the clips out soon. I was just seeing what this little mobile live joint here for, but the clips, y'all know service always gonna stay lit, y'all. To be Monique in the building. All right, y'all. Lage. What's up, baby? All right. So, all right, guys. Mars in where we at with it? So Capricorn Sun rising. Oh hell yeah! There's a lot of fulfillment finna come, bringing some passion to the stage with this shit right here. This shit finna be crazy here. All right. It's a lot of new things get birthed in this house. This is the house of birth creation. So Mars coming here. It's passion. What we gonna do? We going to the studio. What we doing? We gonna paint, nigga. What we doing in here? Who need to hear our voice? Who hasn't been hearing my voice lately? Our boss? My girl? My children? Because sometimes them niggas think they run me. Sometimes your kids think they run your ass. All right, I ain't got no fucking kids. What the fuck am I talking about? All right. All right, but so I be seeing some little badass kids in the streets sometimes. All right, you gotta put a little Saturn on them little niggas. All right, the village. It takes a village. We gotta raise the kids together, y'all. Okay, niggas got everything to say about the black community. Niggas got everything to say about the black community. We so divided, this, that, and the third. Listen, we some spiritual motherfuckers. The community raised the babies. Okay. The community raised the babies. We've been doing this shit. Go back home in Africa. I'm from Nigeria. Community tight knitted. It take a village. It was melanated folk made that phrase up. You feel me? All right. Don't let them try to make us feel like we all divided. We be together. We be together. All right. We walk across the street. We go get a sandwich at the store. We see each other. We do everything. We play basketball with each other. All right. The older niggas on the corner, those are our father figures. All right. This shit sound great. Spiritually, is what the fuck going on. This is the older niggas with some wisdom. They may have been through some shit. They done got locked up. They try to steer the youth the right way. Keep the one with some basketball talent not into the bullshit. Those are the father figures in the hood. Shit. Some of us had some of us didn't. Okay? All right? You always gonna have the Neptunes in the community. Y'all, some of y'all ain't from the hood, y'all don't know about this. You gonna have the every block in the hood. There's a lady that's really a grandmother for the whole block. That's like a black neighborhood thing. All right, there's this one lady. She's like the motherfucking oracle in the Matrix. It don't matter if you got a mother or a father. She's this all of our grandmother. She show up to everybody graduation. This is the grandma of the block. So there's a lot of family orientated things going on in the black community. They don't like to really highlight. They just try to make us seem like we divided all the time. All right, black people don't. This is something people don't know about black people. We don't keep our grandmothers to ourselves. What? You think black people get to keep their own grandma? The grandma for the hood. Everybody grandma is grandma. You crazy? All that wisdom and nurturing to one family household? You crazy? Better bring that wise moon energy for the hood. The hood need that. You hear what I'm saying, family? So they try to make us look a certain way. Oh no, this is how we really moving in here. This is why we still here. You hear what I'm saying, family? This is the little spiritual things that's really going on in the hood. It's the hood's guru, y'all. I'll walk y'all through the hood if y'all not from there. I will walk y'all through, but from the spiritual way, the spiritual perspective, y'all. This is what's going on. Okay, shout out to all the grandmothers of the hood. Shout out to all the OGs staring the youth right. I'm 30 years old. I still go back. I just spent a couple of months in New York where I grew up at. It's still niggas older than me. I hope your ass ain't getting into no trouble. Them niggas don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. But I hope your ass ain't getting into no trouble. No, sir. No, I am not. All right. I'm a free black man. All right. The OGs be around. All right. Sometimes the troubled youth is just the troubled youth. It's hard to get to them, family. Okay. It's a spiritual thing. Sometimes the spirit is just too demonic. It just need to go through different phases to get cleansed. That's all. Sometimes that's too much responsibility for the hood. You hear what I'm saying, family? That's too much responsibility for grandma. Grandma need to come to the ones that want that nurturing. All right. Ashe, a little spirit about the hood right there. A little sermon about the hood that y'all may be unaware about. All right. Mars. So 5th house. So Capricorn sun rising. Yes. It just could be a lot of transformation taking place with creative efforts right now. Make sure motherfuckers ain't bullying you into things dealing with their creative processes right now. Mars could bring a little bit of bullying energy, but you kind of being favored right there. That shit trining you in the 1st house. So it could be a lot of new support systems that could come off very exciting and motivating, Capricorn. So make sure you're also a bit steady here. You could grasp more of the steady pace of Mars and Taurus because you're an Earth sign. You're an Earth sign, and it's a planet that you kind of correlate to already. Mars exalted in you. All right, so that sounded crazy. I'm finna come over here, girl. We're gonna do something crazy tonight, girl. Ooh, I just came up with some new lingo, y'all. What you doing, girl? All right, you trying to come see me on this nice, pleasant Venus night? Trying to let a brother come and exalt in you, baby. See, ain't no way I'm not getting the draws with that one. It ain't no way I ain't getting the draws with that one. Baby, let me come and exalt in you, sister. Let a good brother exalt in you. You can't say no to a nigga after that. I'm sorry. She don't even know. Exalted me. Oh, my God. You don't even know what that shit means. You gonna exalt me, daddy? I'm gonna exalt you, baby. I'm gonna exalt in you and out you and with you, baby. All right? This is what I was trying to say to Scorpio just now about attraction, and this is how Scorpio energy works. Sometimes so much intensity, attraction. Who give a fuck about language making sense? Y'all think I'll be joking? You could be having sex, speaking a whole nother motherfucking language, saying all different type of dumb shit. It don't make that words literacy can't be processed right now. Intensity is taking over. This Scorpio place me liking that shit. This is why you can get in some bullshit with Mars 7th house. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about you liking that or being blinded by it. Sometimes we think we know how to mentally respond in these situations, but we really be blinded to a degree by that intensity, y'all. All right. Fellas, ask your girl the most dumbest shit next time y'all making love. I mean, the dumbest shit. If you ain't never did this before, just ask her the dumb. I mean, you gonna check that mail tomorrow, Daddy? When the postman come? Look how she gonna respond. She ain't gonna know what the fuck she talking about. You gonna expedite them passports next week? All right. Ain't none of that. It's eighth house energy. Is that substance can take over. Whatever that substance is, we're gonna just call it X for now. We're just gonna call it the ethers or some shit. But that's what's going on. I'm telling you, fellas. I'll show you right there. Attraction sometimes take over what the fuck we think we got going on over here. A lot of us dealing with a little bit of that shit right now, with Venus being in stellium, with motherfuckers being able to play mind games with Gemini, Mercury being that close to Sun and Venus. Motherfuckers playing a lot of funny mind games right now in the name of trying to get their pleasures in their comfort zone in a partnership. That's why everybody got to move with some goddamn discernment right now. All right, shit. Don't steal my shit. I be giving y'all shit, fellas. Don't take the. Let me use that for a little bit before y'all start flooding it. Sometimes you can't even keep shit to yourself, Age of Aquarius. I be giving y'all. I gave y'all one earlier. We gonna play with God's time. I gave y'all that one. Let me get familiar with the Exalt one and see how that one worked first. Then I'll come back with some results. All right. Ashe. Okay. So shit. So that's what we got going on. Capricorn Sun rises in the fifth house. Fifth house is lit. Be careful with the impulsive things. Show people what it looked like to be motherfucking motivated with a plan. And this is why you can see transformations when it comes into creative spaces and things that you're birthing, because bringing a sense of urgency with Mars to how you're building and practicalizing things and stabilizing things between this Earth presence, that comes with a sense of, feeling highly irritated with distractions. So you got to be careful not lashing out with expression when you feel like you have to deal with distractions, and just handle them accordingly. All right. But, lovely trine energy to the first house. All right. So Aquarius, sun risings. All right. Hold on, guys. I want y'all to tell me, does my audio sound good when I take my mic out? Because my phone died and I'm going to have to charge my phone.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me well? How do I sound without the mic?
Can y'all hear me without the mic?
How do I sound, family?
Low, but I can hear you.
Not really. You sound far away. Now, okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. So yeah, with all that being said, that's what we got going on here. Capricorn sun rises, Aquarius sun rises. All right. Excuse me. Taurus in the fourth. Taurus in the fourth house. Now, you're already having Taurus in the fourth house. The home to you is always looked at as a space that's, you've already kind of grew up to a degree in the environment where you've had a stable fourth house from a perspective where you could always lean on it for some type of comfort or some type of foundation, whether it's relationship with the mother, father, parents, how they provided for you in some type of shape or form. But that combination of like earth with, the moon, and there's going to be some type of stability here regardless of relationship with the parents, the standard third. But having Taurus in here in general is making sure that there's a value system cemented with how somebody has regiment with their own, emotional, mental well-being, realizing how, participating in craft, participating in your values in the sense of giving it away, connecting it. Make sure you watch the video I spoke about why Taurus, is, manifest the way they do with money and whatnot, has a lot to do with giving your value away. So when you got Taurus in that fourth house, when you're more concentrated in that area, this is what we're always supposed to be concentrated at, where Taurus is at in general. But you see how you feel fulfilled in your fourth house having Taurus here. That makes you feel fulfilled in general, Aquarius rising, right? Whatever your craft is, whatever you feel like you're valuing and being able to participate and pour into that makes the fourth house feel stable. So Mars is coming in here. What's taking you away from doing that? Whatever's taking you away from doing that or maintaining that regimen with you pouring into something you value to help stabilize your fourth house, whatever form of craft or what you're maybe building this, that, and the third, the distractions to what's in the way of that are going to be acknowledged, and you're going to want to transform them. If you're holding on to certain things here, then that's going to be transformed. And it's all in the name of making sure you get to more stable space in the fourth house. But Mars, not only we know it's slowed up in Taurus, it's debilitated. It don't like the fourth house because it has to deal with more sense of patience, understanding, and connection when it wants to just get from point A to B. So Aquarius Sunrise has got to make sure you it may be situations where you do got to give grace with maybe turbulent situations with relationships close to home, but you just got to make sure you take the initiative to transform things that come off as a burden, and once again take you away or play it as a distraction towards that thing that you value, that stabilizes your fourth house, that brings natural fulfillment to your fourth house. All right. So it could be somebody you really care about right now. It could be somebody you really care about right now, right? That you're dating or whatnot. And be careful not being too forceful, trying to keep them in your fourth house right now. Allow them to be them and make their own decisions in love, in connection with you. All right. Don't try to possess them and keep them in the fourth house right now. Mars can have a tendency to do that. And it could be so subconscious how we're aggressive to try to keep something close to us in the fourth house. That's what creates the power and control influences here. All right. Because everything is private. So be mindful of that. And this is also be mindful of, once again, the sense of, grace, but also, pace, dealing with connections. If you feel like somebody's pushing up on you, trying to bring you into their fourth house heavy, right? Overnight, and it's kind of uncomfortable or whatnot. But all this Mars energy could just make things come off thrilling at times, right? So, but with all that being said, that's what's going to be key about this placement. You're the hot seat sign Aquarius. You have to make sure you're also dealing with a lot of interaction right now. You're dealing with a lot of interaction. You may have manifested some unstable shit, may have manifested unstable shit in the name of punctuality, rushing, a lack of punctuality or rushing during this season. So try to pace things out this last week, Aquarius. You're going to gravitate towards a sense of isolation in your fourth house, and that's cool. Especially if you feel like you haven't been that outside early in the year. I know a lot of Aquariuses have been hibernating in general. So don't feel like you have to feel obligated to participate in things, especially if you've made it through this portion of Gemini and been able to be disciplined or honor the things you have going on with personal development. Then you'll be good for the rest of the summer or whatnot, right? And I want everybody to be able to experience in general, right? I just want us to do it all within spiritual balance, okay? So that's what we're here to do. So when we look at the stellium here, when we look at that stellium here, allowed this last week to be a little bit more paced out. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The sense of isolation with Mars getting to the fourth. Like I said, summer is interactive in general, regardless of what motherfucking what season we're in, and summertime does hit your seventh house anyways. So we're gonna have stellium energy in your seventh house in the this summer anyways. So it's gonna be a high sense of interaction, but just know this pace right now with Mars being in the fourth house, maybe more sense of a duty towards what's making you feel stable right now. And even if that takes you putting way more priority obligation towards an isolated environment right now, then let that be what it is, even if regardless of what's going on outside. Opportunities to really connect and build fruitful relationships, there's going to be a bunch of those opportunities for the rest of the year, including big mating situations during the summer. All right, Aquarius sun rising, Pisces sun rising. We got Mars transiting the third house. We got Mars transit in third house. Just came out the second house. So a lot of my Pisces sun rising then got into all different type of transformations, breakups in relationships with Mars transit in the second house because clash of value systems. Probably started seeing competition in something that they really value to a degree here. All of that was pushing you to see how bad you really want, how passionate you are about something dealing with a value system around this time, Pisces, to be honest with you. We already got that Saturn energy. You've been rolling. You are Saturn sign right now. All right. So discipline, structure, regimen, that's been going. All right. Now Mars gets into Taurus, which is going to create a sextile with you, which is already creating a sextile with you, but it's going to harmonize with that Saturn eventually. Could be a transform. It could be a lot of transformation with regiment around this time. Pisces sunrise. I see Pisces sunrises, new jobs. Shift in career spaces. Seeing growth progression with something that they've been building, placing time into. There's gonna be a little overdrive kicking that most likely comes in right now. It could be a support system that kicks in from resources that you already had. You're just gonna realize like, oh shit, damn, I know this person, or damn, this person could support this, or I can get this resource from here because it's third house energy, it's familiar energy. So some familiar resources may come back into play to support things you got going on in the first house around this time. I think it's really important, Pisces sunrise, to just make sure you don't jump off the handle with anything that people around you are motivated or super excited about. Mars in the third house could bring a lot of excitement. Your man's could pull up to your crib and he's telling you and your bro about some new thing he got to hit a leg or make this, that, and the third. Get this, like anything coming so exciting and intense like that overnight, like that in your surroundings. Like have some caution with that shit. But with all the opportunity Mars is gonna have in general, just sextiling you from the third house, more so of familiar ideologies. You especially if like, you hear somebody's communicating something around this transit, and then it's you hearing somebody communicate something, it's helping you rethink something that you already know, a resource you already know how it can help something now. So things dealing with conversation, communication can re-spark a lot of things that support transformation in general. It may be some changes once again with some relationships close to home. Maybe some changes with things going on in your surroundings in general, right? It may not be like you moving or anything, but it might be sometimes when Mars gets into the third house, it's still in private areas, so you still have to place boundaries at times. People be a little bit too aggressive in your private space, whether it's how they're establishing their presence in a relationship with you, in your comfort zone, whatever it may be. So make sure you just place some boundaries in these circumstances when you detect them. And then you've been on the hot seat with all this mutable energy, Pisces. All right, you've been on that. So it may be in a little bit of ups and downs during this Gemini transit when it comes into maybe getting taken off pace with something that you've been building based off of interactions, partnerships. You're one of the most open signs in the zodiac as far as being able to participate with another, connect with another, open from that perspective, right? You thrive in connection. So when we're looking at all this Gemini energy, it's very important that you're not tweaking too many things of what you have already been stabilizing since Saturn been in this house, because of this mad Gemini energy. So people around you, they're onto a bunch of different things, and you feel like you got to adapt to that. See how that plays in the fact and things you've already placed time into leading up into this point. So Saturn's going to send strong signals anyways. You're going to feel like that responsibility, priority energy to make sure you're taking care of things you've already been building and working in general. All right. So just make sure this last week of Gemini energy, at least the sun in Gemini and Venus and whatnot, that you allow yourself to just, be very cautious about how you participate, engage, make agreements and whatnot, building with others. Okay. Yeah, Pisces sunrises. Yes. Pisces sunrises could have, a lot of y'all could have been one of the signs dealing with like that heavy sense of like mental stimulation from somebody new right now. Does it have substance, Pisces sun rising? You got all these energies hitting you with friction from Gemini, and one of them is Venus. Friction also creates attraction. So this could be a lot of mutable signs could be mating right now. But in general, with Pisces there, just having that sense of this week, a lot of this energy started passing Saturn this week anyway. So a lot of Pisces sun rising saw the reality to huge sparks of connection and huge flirtatious intense connection with somebody you just started talking to. You saw more of the reality towards it, or you're seeing that right now, whether it's something really serious or got substance to it or not. All right. And that could even be from a creative perspective. Somebody blowing smoke up your ass about some bullshit, trying to make you excited about something they want to relate to you creatively, but they just a good talker. All right. So you've seen the reality to all of that. So that's what we got going on for my Pisces sun rising. And last but never least, Aries. Your ruler is next door. You just came from an evolution period. All right. A lot of people just saw Aries sun risings really show their true colors. And this is the funny thing. These niggas ain't hiding their true colors anyways. That's not to say they be hiding them bitches. All right? I rank them high in showing their true colors. Shit. Fuck is Mars gonna hide true colors for you? This is ain't Scorpio the 8th house. This stuff is Aries energy. If you all Aries suns rising, any Aries suns rising in the chat, throw one in the chat. It's Aries energy. I'm finna project true colors, true intentions. Who's gonna stop me? Why should I hide them? Get to know me. Aries energy. All right. You see how I really admire you? I be hating on y'all because I admire you. I'm such a hater. But anyways, so your ruler's next door. You just came off a whole new evolution process. So a lot of people just seen what your true colors, aka there was a new sense of conviction in establishing a direction of what you want to do with things in your personal life, whether that was in relationship matters, things you want to do in career, all things connected to your personal life. This was a period for you to just really just, block out the noise, okay, and feel more comfortable making decisions as a cardinal fire person as you are. So this was a time you felt at home. You may have realized a lot of things that you've abandoned in your first house at times that may have took you away from comfort zones, whether certain personal passions and goals, certain regiments you used to stick to, things you were motivated about. So Mars came and reignited all of that shit. All right. So Aries ain't fucking around with none of us. They not playing. Okay. If they in relationships right now, a lot of them, a lot of Aries placements ain't doing great Aries right now. They in that relationship happy like a motherfucker, or they single seeing what's up. They is not trying to persuade a motherfucker about how to be with me. Oh hell no. Aries the last sign to try to persuade you to stay with them is some shit. They the last one to play that shit. It could be the love of their life. They be like, all right, go ahead, man. If that's what you want to do, you want to be with me. All right, shit. I don't want to be with you. Niggas start saying shit you don't mean. Too much pride. Too much pride. You know you love her ass. Like I was I was gonna break up with you first. Actually, you know that. You saved both of us. You know you just saved me some work. Stop lying, nigga. You hurt as shit. It's okay, brother. We all get hurt sometimes. Me hurt, nigga. What, nigga? Nigga, this is not even a real wedding, nigga. So who's this nigga right here holding the Bible? This nigga was about to anoint you niggas like a motherfucker. Who's this? This an actor? What we just? Oh, this a fake plane flight we all took here to Hawaii for your fucking wedding? Huh? This shit don't. None of this, niggas real money behind. This was real. All right, Aries try to act like that shit did not go down. Okay. Nigga, we is in Hawaii right now. We all flew here. Paid for flights here. This is real. Who's the pastor nigga right here holding the Bible? This nigga is an actor. This nigga ain't no actor. All right, so that pride is crazy with Aries. That shit is crazy. Some Aries don't even claim their exes. Some Aries don't even claim their exes. You used to date that person? Hell no. Who said that? Niggas still trying to get information so they could get to the source, clear more sources out of who's saying that shit. Who's people still know that? Who said that? I gotta have a conversation with them. All right, Aries ain't going for that shit. All right, they'll delete you out their past. All right, it's the most futuristic sign in the goddamn zodiac. The Aries and Leo arguing for that top spot. Who the fuck is more of a visionary? Who could see these niggas is that so raven like a mug. I swear, Aries, that's that sun energy, man. But with that being said, this is what just happened in the first house. So, it's a lot happened. There's been a lot going on in general in that first house, Aries. So, I already know the urgency you move with burdens, though. I know that about y'all. I definitely know that about y'all. So, the space that you're in now, allow all the things that you've been assertive with in your first house to cement themselves in the second. Okay, fixated Earth. So you get to take Mars and make sure that anything new that was transformative in the first house, new processes, new aspirations, new regiments, new building processes, all different type of opportunities, new relationships, cement the value in it, right? See the value in it. Be patient gardening it, working on it, nurturing right now. Express your value to others. Experiment with it right now. Embrace that growth process. Get cemented in that, Aries. Get cemented up in that. There's been a lot of new relationships. It's been all different type of dynamic relationship activity taking place with Aries. All different type of shit. Because they got hit with a lot of Gemini energy while coming off such a strong personal evolution process. So it's a lot of balancing things that they really passionate about that needs attention in the first house, and a lot of the interaction they deal with in general. All right. So it's important to take your time with that space. Be careful how you navigate overly excited, impulsive energy with partnerships around this time. Gemini season may have had you a little bit more outside. Okay, so if you feel like you need to recenter a bit to a degree, make sure Mars just holds on to its patience here. Anything worth its value right now, Aries sun rising, is going to be slowed up. Personal life could feel slowed up in general right now. Ruler is in a debilitation in Taurus and in your second house. Ain't no force with nothing right now, Aries. We did a lot of forcing, creation, pushing out, birthing, while Mars in the first house during your solar return season. Let things cement themselves right now. And you're going to be building new values because there's going to be new traits and qualities you may start seeing about yourself, disciplining these new values in your life, whether it's a new relationship. Once again, you're trying to, nurture, a new aspiration, whatever that may be. All right, Aries sunrises. Listen, I love everybody in the building, man. Shout out to Mars and motherfucking Taurus. So we finna transform all different type of values so we could build more stability and security and get to a bigger bag, more better valued relationships, more opportunities and spaces and environments that has the value that we value up in that value thing. I love you. My phone wanted to die. I just want to make sure I get through all signs. All right, we're gonna catch up over the weekend, guys. Hope everybody enjoy their